my skin fade marinate. We got tossed up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the LA Chargers. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and a couple.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Herbert.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Herbert.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
On play action, Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
But he's got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
But I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It's Eckler again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Punch it in right now, boys.
Second and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Draw play, it's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Eckler going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They throw it out right complete. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He finds Wilson. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Running on first down, Eckler. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Once more, here's Eckler. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now receiver in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown! Mike Williams on a touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, the bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
And he is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet. But you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and 2, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Herbert now.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Big play, come on. All about teamwork. All about what you want. Yes, it is about time, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
5-9.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Herbert going to change the play here.
Hey, go Lion. Baylor Tiger. Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's taken down. And that'll get him a little bit closer. Every yard at this point will help your field goal kicker out.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And that's a touchdown as they broke our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
This is the type of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here's 1st and 10.
Do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Rodgers to throw.
Finding Hardman.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
To throw is Rodgers.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll come up now on second down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here comes second down. Herbert going to throw.
Complete on the deep ball. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing, Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. He's got it in. Complete.
He's to the 15.
And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Here's 1st down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end.